Okay, so here's a Cliff Notes version of what I discussed in my time travel tutorial video. So while I stated that reverse time travel is possible, it's literally only possible for an instant before you begin to unravel. Because just a simple act of merely observing your past self could alter your present self. So once again, while reverse time travel is possible, it's a bit like flying by jumping off a building. Sure, you'll be able to fly, if for a little bit, but there are obvious repercussions. Death. Now I should add, your consciousness doesn't cease to exist, just your physical form. You would essentially just become a ghost, which is why we don't see a lot of time travelers from the future. And when we do, they appear as ghosts. Now check out these two comments. Tap the screen to pause. Honestly, most of the comments in that last video were, but I really wanted to build on those two ideas, specifically shifting your consciousness through time using your genetic code. So not in physical form, but through the astral dimension using your astral form and shifting into the bodies of your ancestors. Kind of like the way shifters do through parallel universes. I think an observer without a physical body would more than likely be unable to alter anything in the physical world. Like in a VR game, without the equipment, like a headset or controllers, while you may be able to observe the game being played, you won't be able to affect the virtual world. Now think of the body as a kind of VR machine for this simulation or simulated reality. That is how you would be able to interact somewhat limited in the past. It would be to send your consciousness back along your genetic line. You would have to invent a machine that would basically allow you to haunt the bodies of your ancestors. That's wild. For all we know, that could be happening right now. Kind of like the book Recursion meets The Show Travelers, except I still don't think you'd be able to change anything. You'd still be bound to their choices and their fate, and you would still be restricted to the location in space-time. So, for example, you can't send your consciousness back to kill Hitler unless you had an ancestor who was in Germany during World War II and was in the vicinity of Hitler. And unless Hitler was assassinated in your timeline and by your ancestor. If he was never assassinated in your universe's timeline, you can't go back and change it. These are the laws regarding time travel. I didn't make them up. The multiverse has certain rules we have to abide by, determinism being one of them. What will be has been. Okay, so to those of you who are new to my channel, please note that these are all just thought experiments. I don't actually have a time machine. I just enjoy having these kind of discussions in a matter-of-fact way because it helps expand the mind. If you enjoy these sort of discussions, please feel free to subscribe. And also, please feel free to check out my podcast, Your One Black Friend. Link in bio. Thanks for watching. Loop again.